Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Okay, so today we are playing with a palette that has been sitting in my drawer for literally months. I'm not even joking, months. So this is the palette in question. This is the W7 Total Eclipse palette, and this is what she looks like on the inside. Very neutral, very not my style. The shimmers are really pretty, but it's really not my style. Like, you guys probably wouldn't expect me to buy a palette like this. So the reason I bought this palette, I don't want to say because it's like a dupe for the Huda Beauty palette, which I'm not sure which one it is, like retrograde maybe? I don't know, I could be wrong. But I bought it because side by side they looked very similar. I've always wanted to try Huda's palettes, but I just can't, like, I cannot fathom the idea of spending that much money on a palette for colors that really aren't my style. Like, they're just not really, they're very pretty palettes, don't get me wrong, they are stunning, but the color stories, they're just all the same to me. Like, they're just all the same vibe. I don't know. But anyways, I'm not going to go into too much detail about this palette. You guys have to wait till the end to hear my final thoughts. What else do I have to say before we jump into the tutorial? Oh, duh. I forgot. If you are new here, welcome. Hit that subscribe button down below. We do a lot of fun, colorful makeup looks on this channel, so if that is your vibe, then come join the fam. If you are not new here, thank you so much for subscribing and giving me your support. I really do appreciate it. It means a lot. And what else is there? I think that's it. I really do think that's it. So, if you guys want to know what I think of this palette, how I got this very simple makeup look with an eyelash that's falling off, then go ahead and just keep on watching. Sorry if you guys can hear my dryer going. I desperately need to wash clothes, so just ignore that. Okay, so I'm already primed and ready to go. So the first shade I'm going to take is this one right here. This is called Latitude. I'm really just running that right into my crease area. This shade, I kind of wish it was like a little bit darker. It's really not as dark as I had hoped it would be. But I mean, it did the job. You can build it up. It's just, if you're looking for like major depth, you're not going to find it with this shade. But it is a really pretty shade. I'm also going to just run that right under my waterline. I really wish that I had like the actual Huda Beauty palette that this is supposed to kind of be like copying, I guess. But that, I cannot afford those palettes. Have you seen the prices on those things? Like, no, I'm cool. I'm good. And they're also not palettes that are like up my alley. Like, they're not ones that I would normally just like gravitate towards. They're pretty palettes. They're just not my style, I guess. But I wouldn't mind having one, like, just to have it. I'm going to take this shade right here. This is called, no, this one, Little Dipper. And then this is going to be like our blending shade. So the first thing that I really noticed about this palette is it's not like anything revolutionary. Like, it's good, it works, but it's not like the shadows or anything out of this world. I wasn't really like expecting much with it anyway, but just thought I would throw that out there. They do blend pretty easy though. I will give it that. They blend really good. Not the most pigmented things in the world, but it gets the job done. Sorry, I'm like trying to adjust myself. Ugh. This look isn't anything crazy. I just kind of wanted to like test this palette. Just stick to things that I know and will work. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm not done with like my final blend of everything. I'm just going to go in and like add my colors like I normally do. So the next shade I'm going to use is called Oracle. It's this like super soft pink right here. This one's really pretty. I like this one. It really helped blend everything out. Like, I don't know, it just looked really nice. So I'm going to go ahead and pick some of her up. I don't know, I just like the shade. I think it's, I don't know. There's just something about this one. It's really, it's like a nice blending shade. Something special about it. But I just don't know what, because I'm terrible at describing things, so here we are. All right, so now I'm just gonna go ahead and go in with all the colors again, revamp it up, reblend, add more pigment, all that good jazz. I'm gonna fast forward this part for you guys though. Okay, so that's pretty much like the gist of all the blending. I've been filming for 9 minutes. That's how fast this look has gone by so far. Super quick. So all I'm doing now is just picking up some concealer. Sorry, I have an itch. Just picking up some concealer on a brush, and I'm just gonna like tap this on the lower part of my lid, and then just like blend it with my finger. Just really messy like, no particular like way. And then we're gonna dip into some of these shimmers. So I'm first gonna take the shade Big Dipper right here. This is really cool. It's like a purpley, opally type of color. Can't describe it, never can describe anything, so here we are. So I will just pick that up on my finger and just place it on top of that concealer. Ugh, this color is so pretty. Wow, I hope it's picking up on camera. That is beautiful. I know I used it on this eye before, but I laid it down first and then I was like, no, put some concealer on. So then I went back over it with concealer and then laid it down, and I feel like I just didn't get the same effect, but that is stunning. Wow, okay. Ooh, I'm liking her. All right. Then I took a little bit of Orion, which is this one right here. This is more of just your basic like white shimmer shade, but I thought this would add a nice little like pop. I don't know, just make it more, I guess. And you really can't mess up shimmer, like, well, I did in my last video, but we don't talk about that. Why is it so pretty though? Like, it has no right. I don't particularly like the formula of these shimmers, but they are pretty. And then I just added some liner to my waterline. This is just the black one I always used from Beauty Creations. Like, that's basically it. This look was super easy. Just add a little bit more on this line. Okay. So because this look took me like no freaking time at all, I'm gonna go ahead and do my base on camera. So let me zoom you guys out and we'll get started. What primer do I want to dabble with today? You know what, I'll use this one. My skin's feeling a little dry. So I'm gonna take my Hangover primer from Too Faced, I think, if I have any more left. Oh, I love this primer. Also, I'm gonna add lashes like once my base is on. I don't want to get like powders all up in there or anything, so. And then for foundation, I'm gonna go in with my Maybelline 24-hour foundation in the shade 118 Light Beige. I think this might be a little bit too dark for me, but I don't care. And like, I've also been not wetting my sponge. I don't know. There's just something about it. It feels very unnatural, okay? I won't lie. It feels very unnatural not wetting it. But I really like the coverage of my foundations better. I don't know. I can't be the only one. I know, it's like weird, right? It's totally weird. It's gross. But I'm into it. Oh my god, my washer is so loud. Break up with your girlfriend. Yeah, cause I'm bored. It's like the one thing I hate. I did not fart. That was my leg sliding off my chair. If you heard that. If you didn't, nothing happened. But, what was I saying? Oh, this is why I hate doing my eyes first. This is like the only downside, is having to go around everything without screwing it up, bro. Okay, maybe this foundation wasn't too dark for me because I'm feeling a little pale. I also got a spray tan before my wedding, and it honestly changed my life. Like, I haven't been the same since. I feel like a pasty prince. I'm gonna conceal with my Juvia's Place concealer. I think this is almost out. Like, I'll be lucky if I get anything out of this thing. I probably should just let it go. I'm literally so stupid. I'm sitting here, and I'm like, man, my bathroom door is closed. Like, why is my washer so loud? It didn't occur to me to close the bedroom door. I'm gonna cream contour like always. I'm literally, nothing ever changes. I'm the most boring person ever. And I'm using my Soul bronzer again. Nothing changes. Oh, you know what? Actually, no. I'll use my W7 bronzer just because we're using the W7 palette. I'll use this bronzer. It's literally the same as the Soul one, but I like the Soul one better. It's the same, but I like that one better. And lately, I've only been keeping my contour like right there. I haven't been like bringing it down any further, or at least not trying to anyway. If it goes down that way, it does. It doesn't bother me, but I've just been trying to keep it higher. Under there, put a little in my nosy. I never really contour my nose, but I don't know. I kind of just feel like going cake face and not really caring about my base makeup today. Well, like caring, but like trying new things. Caring, does that make sense? Then I always blend afterwards with my sponge. It's weird, this looks really intense on camera, but in person it's really not. I was gonna say subtle, but it's not subtle. You can definitely see it. This is why I don't do my nose. I look like a scarecrow. I'm gonna set my face really quick. I'm not gonna do it on camera just because it's super boring. Nothing changes, so. All right, face is powdered. I need to get some more. I'm feeling a little flat. So I want to go in with my Revolution Pro Skin Finish in this shade Luminescence. Ugh. God, I love this stuff. Ooh. Hope you guys can see it. I do love the Jaclyn Hill one better. Like her little, just her luminous powder. That's what it's called. I do love that one more, but this is honestly like such a good alternative because it's really cheap. And it has the same freaking effect. I just like the way Jaclyn's melts into the skin better. But this is, honestly, I would repurchase this in a heartbeat. Like, no problem. It's just, I don't know. It leaves you really glowy and pretty. Alright, and then I'm going to bronze using my Morphe bronzer. This one is in the shade Originator. Why did I say that like I was confused? Originator? I don't know. I always forget I have this because it sits like way back in my drawer and I can never freaking see it. If I can't see it, I forget I have it, forget to use it. And then I'm going to go in with Jaclyn's highlighter in the shade Iced. Very stunning. So freaking pretty. For blush, I'm going to go in with my Juvia's Place Saharan Blush Volume 2 palette. And this is another one that gets lost in my drawer because it like sits back in it. But I'm going to go in with Lena right here. It's a very pink shade, very lightly. Oh, okay, I guess we're just going blush heavy then. That's fine. These are so pigmented. I literally dipped in once and I look like I've been out in the snow. So I'm going to do something on my channel I normally don't do. What? Is set my face. I know. So this is the Milani Make It Last setting spray, and I don't know, just figured why not. I'm going to block my eyeballs though. Okay, I'm going to throw on a lash, put mascara on my bottom lashes, throw on a lip, and then I'll come back, give my final thoughts, final look, and yeah, we'll go from there. Do you hear my washer? Oh. Alright, so here is the finished look. I think it's cute, it's pretty, it's very simple, it's very wearable as well. Like you could totally wear this out during the day, during the night, whatever your little heart desires. Not sure how I feel about these eyelashes though. Like they're stabbing me, they're not sitting right, and they're also like really straight. I don't know how I feel about these, but moving on. So let's go ahead and talk about this little palette right here. I can't remember how much this was. Okay, so this palette is only $9.95 on Amazon. Super inexpensive. Is it worth the money? I mean, yeah, sure, you get what you pay for. The palette's not terrible. There's nothing like outstanding about these shadows. I don't like the formula of the shimmers. They feel just very like powdery or chalky to me. They're not my favorite formula. The mattes that I did use did blend out super easy though, so I mean, you could give it a shot. I don't see why not. I don't think you absolutely need this palette in your life. I think you could survive without it, but if you want to try it out and just take a whack at it, I mean, why not? Go ahead. It's pretty too. It's got like a pretty little packaging. I think the main question is, am I going to use this palette again? And I don't really know. Probably not. It's also very neutral for me, and you know me, I'm not one for neutrals. I mean, maybe I'll set it in my drawer, see what happens, but more than likely I won't be using this palette again. It's just not my color story. Alright guys, so I'm not going to talk your guys' ear off. So as always, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, hit that thumbs up button, follow me on my Instagram, and that's it. I have nothing else to say except I love you guys, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!